So this tribute was actually posted by the funeral home that is going to be arranging Jayden's funeral, and I thought it was interesting. Clearly he's younger in this one, but he certainly looks happier and healthier, although you can see still has those black bags under his eyes, which are certainly suggestive of a child who, as his aunt said, was somewhat hyperactive. So as you know, Jayden's remains were found yesterday, roughly 30 kilometres or 19 miles from the location where he was reported missing. His mother confessed and was arrested. Now, I did read through the charges in the last video that I did, but it's possible that I may have missed one. It may not have actually been released at that point in time, and that is the additional charge of witness tampering. Because not only did this mother, and can we acknowledge that he would have still been warm at the time, because that's the only way she would have got him in there. And then she transported him in that tub 30 kilometres away and buried him in that plastic tub. But if that isn't bad enough, she then coached her other children with what to say when they were interviewed. So in this video, I'm going to go through her charge sheet. I'm going to play a few news clips, and then I want to share some information about basically what the area is doing for Jayden and his family. So just looking at this excerpt from the charge sheet, you can see on here that in fact the fifth charge hadn't been added at this point in time when this was released. So you have charge 1, false report and incident to law enforcement. Charge 2, manslaughter, second degree. Charge 3, tampering with physical evidence. Charge 4, abuse of CORPSE. And I believe there is a fifth charge now, which is tampering with witnesses. So the information that we have here is on August 6, 2025, Ms. Felicia and Josh Goss reported that their juvenile child, Jayden Spicer, went missing the night of August the 5th into August the 6th, and his whereabouts were unknown. A recorded Mirandized interview was conducted with Ms. Gross on August 12th at the Jackson Police Department, where she confessed to providing Jayden with a type of sleeping medication. Ms. Gross further stated that this medication caused Jayden to have a medical emergency, and she believed that he had passed away from this medical emergency. That sounds very vague. Ms. Gross further stated in the interview that she had transported Jayden's body to a wooded area on Canoe Road near the mouth of Joe Little Fork. A search warrant was prepared and executed on this property, and Jayden's remains were located, buried underground in a plastic tote. Okay, and here is charge 5 that has been added on. Tampering with witnesses. 2 of Jayden's siblings were interviewed at the Care Cottage in Hazard several days prior to this confession. Ms. Gross admitted to coaching the siblings into what to say during the interview. Ms. Gross was placed under arrest and transported to KRRJ, where she was lodged. Now, I mentioned in my previous video that Jayden reminded me of Gannon. Well, I'm just wondering if anybody else sees the somewhat disturbing similarity between these two women. For anyone who may not be familiar with the woman on the right-hand side, that is Letitia Stausch, stepmother of Gannon Stausch. She also reported him missing. I think she said he had gone off to see a friend or something, I can't remember now. But she put him in a suitcase and travelled some distance before dumping him. So I do find the similarity to be a little bit disturbing. Okay, so I've got a few news reports to play for you.
WKYT News at Noon. I'm Victor Puente.
And I'm Kristen Kennedy. It's been 1 week since 10-year-old Jayden Spicer was reported missing in Breathitt County.
Yesterday, the search for Jayden came to a tragic ending as it became a criminal death investigation. Jayden's body was found yesterday in a shallow grave off of Canoe Road. State police confirmed his mother, Felicia Gross, was arrested and charged with his death.
And Gross is now facing 5 criminal charges in that case. WKYT's Destiny Quinn joins us in studio to break down what we've learned so far. Destiny.
Felicia Gross first reported Jayden missing August 6th and told police she had last seen him the night before. Her arrest citation says she confessed to officers during an interview at the Jackson Police Department yesterday. Gross told officers that she had given Jayden sleeping medication, and that medication caused him to have a medical emergency. It goes on to say in part, quote, she believed that he had passed away from this medical emergency, and she had transported Jayden's body to a wooded area on Canoe Road.
Now, my biggest issue with her story is that if this was truly the case, why would you need to cover it up? There is definitely more to this story. Because if truly he had some sort of medical episode because you gave him some sort of sleeping medication, why wouldn't you call 911?
Jayden's remains were found buried in a plastic tote. Officers also say Felicia coached Jayden's siblings into what to tell police during their interviews. Felicia Gross is charged with second-degree manslaughter, evidence tampering, corpse abuse, falsely reporting an incident, and tampering with witnesses.
So those poor children have not only lost a sibling, but they've gone through the trauma of being told to lie by their own mother, the person who they should be trusting the most in the whole world. And now not only that, they've lost their mother. They are going to have a lifetime of suffering ahead of them, all thanks to this woman. It shows you how much of a narcissist she is, that she would be willing to do that to her own children.
Jayden Spicer was found dead Tuesday near Canoe Road in Breathitt County. His mother, Felicia Gross, was arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence and witnesses. She was in court today.
I'm not going to play all of this particular clip, but I did want to play that bit just so you could see her body language while she was in court. She at least appeared nervous and a little bit stressed out. So that says that she's at least not a sociopath. But like I said, you would have to be a narcissist to have done what she did, to have tried to cover up the death of your child and asked your other children to lie for you.
Community members say they were shocked and devastated when they heard the news.
You just don't think something could happen here in your hometown, but when it did, I was like, oh wow, that's, mind-blowing to me.
Kentuckians are mourning Jayden. Last night, the community came together to hold a prayer vigil for him. His aunt, Samantha Brunty, and Shy Sailors worked closely with state police to help during the search. They say the days leading up to the discovery of his body were some of the hardest of their lives.
I just hope and pray that that baby has his final moments of resting and everybody can know that he is safe.
He was full of lights, always smiling, and he just loved being around his family and friends, and he was a happy kid.
Jayden's aunts say their family is heartbroken right now, but add the outpouring of community support will help them and their family heal. Gross will be back in court Monday for a preliminary hearing.
But this is the aunt that Jayden was living with when he was living with his grandmother. Now, you may have noticed on that big poster that all the writing was done in red and blue. Turns out they were Jayden's favourite colours, and also he loved Spider-Man. Now, I will read the post from Facebook shortly, but the individual who has basically paid all Jayden's funeral expenses has organised for him to have a Spider-Man themed coffin. So one of his aunts mentioned the support from the community, and I just want to share a few different things that I've found on Facebook that show you just how amazing this community is. I will say, if this is an indication of how close the community is, then there's probably a good chance that they will take her trial elsewhere. And also that of Joshua Gross, if he is also arrested. Which seems like he should be, because I can't see her managing to transport Jayden and dig a hole and bury him on her own. So first of all, here we have the Breathitt County Courthouse, which was lit up in red for Jayden. Now, this Jim guy is the person who is putting a lot of money into funeral expenses, etc. for the family. And his post here: thanks to Jeff Hamilton at Breathitt Funeral Home, I was able to partner with Soul Shine Industries to create a customised Spider-Man themed casket with Jayden's name on it. Mr. Hamilton's thoughtful suggestion enabled me to support Soul Shine's generous efforts and work with Breathitt Funeral Home to cover the vault. God's mercy continues to inspire hope and resilience. And you have the Breathitt County Health Department. BCHD is showing our support for Jayden wearing his favourite colours, red and blue. And then you have this, which is from the Breathitt Funeral Home. Jayden Spicer, aged 10, of Canoe, Kentucky, passed away Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. Note they put Canoe as in where he used to live with his grandmother. I think that's intentional, acknowledging that that's where he belonged. That's the place that for Jayden would have been home. He was born October 4th, 2014 at Hazard Appalachian Regional Hospital. Jayden was a bright and energetic student at Highland Turner Elementary School in Breathitt County, preparing to enter the 4th grade. He loved life with joyful spirit that touched everyone around him. Jayden enjoyed playing Fortnite and Roblox, don't they all? Was a big fan of Spider-Man and spent countless hours playing outside, throwing rocks, riding the four-wheeler, jumping on the trampoline and playing soccer, basketball and baseball. I won't read through the survived by because that just gets really long, and for us that's not hugely relevant. Jayden was preceded in death by his grandmother Shirley Faye Johnson, that's who he was living with, who lovingly raised him until her passing in May of this year. Jayden's playful laughter, kind heart and adventurous nature will remain in the hearts of all who knew him. Though his time here was far too short, the love he shared will last forever. I honestly can't see how the stepfather could not end up being arrested, because I just cannot see her managing to do this on her own. I am wondering if maybe they came to some agreement between them where she said, look, you know, I'll take the rap for this and you look after the children. But I just want to point out that Canoe, like I said, it's quite a distance from where they lived. And to get there, they would have had to have passed CCTV cameras on multiple businesses. Meaning that I'm sure that given time with this investigation, that they will actually get footage from whenever it was that Jayden was taken to where he was buried. And I'm willing to bet that footage will have Joshua Gross on it also, and we will see a second arrest. And I mean, let's be realistic too. They will have downloaded both her phone and his phone. So that will also help with the investigation. So, yeah, I think stay tuned. I think we will see a second arrest in this case. So it was a bit of a short update, but I thought I'd bring you everything I knew, and I will certainly be continuing to cover this case and bring you updates as they come out. So on that note, thanks for listening. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Also, please hit that like button and please leave a comment below. Thank you, and I will catch you in the next one.